You found a buyer, negotiated a great price, and you're almost at the finish line. But don't let your guard down just yet. The final stretch of a home sale is where small mistakes can lead to big delays. In this video, I'll walk you through the key things to focus on so you can get to closing day without a hitch. Selling your home is a big deal, and when you're in the final stages, it's tempting to relax and coast through the rest. But the truth is, this is when the details matter most. I'm Steve Depot, Realtor and Real Estate Advisor with the Rose Realty team here in Denton County, Texas. And today I want to give you some final tips to help ensure your sale goes smoothly from contract to closing. Let's start with communication. The number one way to keep your transaction on track is to stay in close contact with your real estate agent and your title company. If someone sends you a document to sign, review and return it quickly. If there's a question about repairs, be prompt and clear with your response. Delays in communication are one of the top reasons closings get pushed back. And nobody wants that. Not you, not your buyer, and definitely not your moving truck. Next, let's talk about repairs and walkthroughs. If you've agreed to make any repairs after the inspection, make sure they're done by a licensed professional and that you save the receipts. Buyers almost always request proof. A good buyer's agent will schedule a final walkthrough within 24 to 48 hours of closing, and this is their chance to confirm the home is in the agreed-upon condition. I've seen sales fall apart over last-minute surprises, missing fixtures, leftover trash, or unfinished repairs. Don't give the buyer any reason to get cold feet. Now, let's cover logistics. If you're moving out before closing day, make sure the home is fully cleaned, not just cleared out. A sparkling clean home creates goodwill and avoids friction. If you're staying in the home until closing or even a few days after with a lease back, make sure all of that is clearly documented in writing. Surprises create stress. Clarity builds trust. Another big one, utilities. You might think, we're closing on Friday, I'll cancel everything on Thursday. But that can actually cause a problem. If the buyer wants to test the AC or lights during the final walkthrough and the power's off, you've just created a red flag. Instead, plan to cancel your utilities the day after closing. That gives everyone a cushion and avoids awkward calls to the power company. And finally, a tip that gets overlooked far too often. Leave the manuals, warranties, spare keys, garage openers, and HOA info in a clearly marked folder in the kitchen. Buyers will appreciate the gesture, and it sets a tone of professionalism and goodwill. Those small touches go a long way, especially if the buyer has to make a decision about referring your home or your agent to someone else in the future. At the end of the day, your goal is a clean, easy, drama-free closing. And my job is to help make sure that happens. When you work with me and the Rose Realty team here in Denton County, we're not just focused on getting your home sold. We're focused on helping you move forward with confidence and peace of mind. So if you're getting ready to sell, or you're under contract and feeling a little overwhelmed about what's next, reach out. I'd be glad to walk you through every step, answer your questions, and make sure your sale ends just as strong as it started. I'm Steve Depot with the Rose Realty team in Denton County. Let's get you to the closing table with less stress and more certainty. If you're starting to think about your next chapter, even if it's a few years out, let's build a plan that gives you options, not pressure. Until next week, when we address another senior real estate planning topic, please wait 2 seconds for my contact information.